Welcome back to Talk Sense, the place where we do things a little bit differently, present different perspectives, and get real about what's happening around us here in Jamaica. Today we are diving into a real eye-opener, a story that shows exactly why others are winning here in Jamaica, while many of our own people are bawling, crying, complaining about lack of opportunities. So stay tuned and let's get into the full gist of what it is that I'm going to be speaking about. Now imagine this, in the same Jamaica where many young men and women claim that there are no opportunities, foreign workers with nothing but their hands and basic skills are quietly cashing in. And they are not just surviving, they are set to build empires right here in Jamaica. Today we are talking about the real truth, and while many Jamaican youths put down vocational skills as small jobs, the Chinese are seizing those very same skills, the vocational skills like welding, mechanic, plumbing, construction, etc. They are turning them into serious money-making opportunities. Now this isn't just a story. It's a wake-up call for all of us as Jamaicans, because what I'm about to share with you will definitely change how you see opportunities forever. Many persons might not be aware, or maybe you're aware, but right across Jamaica today, there's a massive shortage of skilled tradesmen. You need a good welder, a reliable mechanic, a good electrician. Good luck finding one quickly. And meanwhile, the Chinese are hunting, seeking, and finding opportunities that us Jamaicans say are not available because nothing are going for Jamaicans, nothing are going for the youths them. No, the Chinese, they didn't come here begging for government jobs or flashy titles. They came with skills, practical, in-demand skills, and they are setting up shop quietly and taking advantage of the opportunities that they see. And guess what? Now many of them are expanding, moving from wholesale, and have now set their eyes on running garages. They are big in construction, and they are not just making a living, they are dominating the market. And I think all you Jamaicans, if you have not yet realized, let me open your eyes to the reality of what's really happening. And here's an example that should actually open up your eyes wide. I know everybody know that a Chinese operated garage was only recently established along Ferry. And the last time I heard, they had over 800 motorists on their waiting list. Yes, 800. You heard me right. 800 people waiting for service. The demand is so high, they can only service around 30 vehicles per day because of the demand that they have been having. To the point where they even have to be turning back customers, turning back business, which is actually money. They're actually losing money by turning out with those customers because they can't keep up with the demand. And for some persons, the waiting time is over 1 month to get them to look at the vehicle. And yet in the same Jamaica, you will hear people saying there are no opportunities for the youths. Nothing going for the youths. Nothing going for Jamaica. And only the big man, them alone, are make the money. But guess what? This is just one industry. Imagine what's going to happen soon in plumbing, welding, electrical work, refrigeration, and more. So now we really have to ask to really get you thinking about it. How many Jamaicans could be making serious money right now if they had just invested time in learning these trades instead of chasing jobs that don't exist or hanging out on the corner on a daily basis? Drop a comment below. Should we seriously rethink how we see good jobs in Jamaica? Because I think many Jamaicans have been missing out through the years. So somewhere along the way, we convince ourselves, including the parents, that a degree with no work behind it somehow makes you better than a man with a range who can feed his family. Meanwhile, others, the foreigners, are staying humble, mastering these skills and are reaping the benefits. So how I see it, skills equal opportunities. Opportunities equal financial freedom. It's that simple. These foreigners understand that, and we still here in Jamaica continue to dismiss this golden opportunity. So as Jamaicans, we have to reset our mindset. Vocational training must become our first option, not our fallback plan. Because in reality, Jamaica doesn't have a job shortage. Jamaica has a skill shortage. So if the youth can learn a real world trade today, I guarantee that tomorrow, none of them will be out there begging for work. None of them will be out there saying, boy, not going for you. None of them will be there say, yo, do a thing for me, now give me a thing now. Jamaica need electricians. We need good AC men. We need good welders, good mechanics. We need hands that can build, fix, and maintain the country. Now picture this. Imagine you open your own little garage. It doesn't even have to be anything fancy at first. And before you know it, you have a waiting list. Long, subtle. Because it is possible. If you learn the skill set, if you go to heart, go joggers, learn the skill sets, buy your tools and invest in yourself, it is possible, right? Imagine owning your own future as a result of this, being your own boss, setting your own prices, living on your own terms, rather than some boss man that got dictate to you what time to come to work, what time to get to lunch, what time you can leave. Somebody behind you constantly running your life, running your show. And we know as Jamaicans, no foreigner could outwork us or can outwork us, especially in our own country. Everywhere across the world, Jamaicans are in demand because we are hard workers. So we need to stop looking down on the skills that actually makes the world move, because there are lots of persons around who doesn't know how to use their hand to even put a screw into a wall, to use a screwdriver. So we really have to change our mindset. Now, I'm not picking on the Chinese, but we're using them as a prime example, doing a skill that a lot of parents look down at, that they would never want their children to do. Right here, yes man, right here in Jamaica, a lot of parents don't want the kids in high school to do a vocational skills. So I'm glad that the Chinese keep showing up and keep going into industries that we looked upon. That the Chinese didn't find a magical path to success. They found the same opportunities that we here in Jamaica have been ignoring every single day. They build from skills, they build from action, they build from, importantly, humility. Meanwhile, many of us are still crying about what we don't have, instead of picking up the tools that could change our lives, that could change the lives of the young people. So Jamaica, it's time for us to wake up. Stop believing the lies. The opportunities are here. It's been here. So if you agree, it's time to change how we think about work and success. So hit that like button, subscribe for more real talk, and type "time to build" in the comments. Let's start the movement. Let's stop crying and start building, because opportunity in Jamaica isn't dead. It's just being taken by those who are willing to work for it.